What is going on, guys? It is me, Craig, and today I'm bringing you the very first episode of the Road to Gold series. And what we're going to do in this series is discuss individual weapons, bring them to you in gold after we've used them enough, and we're going to give you guys what we think is the best attachments and perks to use with a weapon. You guys can use it yourselves. But what we want you to do in the comment section of this video is please leave us your recommendations for the next weapon you'd like us to see get gold, and we can bring you our feedback on that weapon. But for today's video, we're going to start with the Scar H, and the reason for that mainly is because we've already got it gold, so we don't have to do no work for that. But it can be any weapon you want. The ballistic knives, it can be the crossbow, it can even be the riot shield. It doesn't matter what, anything, we'll use it. The first thing to talk about in regards to the Scar H is its recoil. Now, some people will turn around and it's like Marmite really. They either love it or they hate the weapon. Me personally, I'm not a big fan. However, I do understand there are huge benefits from using this weapon. It is definitely up there in the top 1 or 2 weapons in the class, in the assault class. The only weapon that can probably match the Scar H in terms of power is the AN-94. Now, the first thing you need to realise about the Scar H is it kills at 3 bullets from any distance, and that is something that was implemented from the last patch. Now, that's pretty impressive. Most weapons have a damage drop-off at distance. The Scar H doesn't. Now, it probably does depend on the connection, whether you have a good connection or a bad connection, etc. Whether it still kills at 3 or 4 bullets can depend on if you've got 3 bars, 2 bars. You know what I mean? It's going to affect the damage in any game that you play. But on average, this gun kills in 3 bullets, which is quite impressive, as opposed to another gun like the MTAR, which, in my personal opinion, is on the weaker side, especially in the assault rifle class. The attachments that I've been advised that are the best to use with this weapon, because it's Liverpool that uses this, it's his little love child. He uses 3 attachments, and I believe he uses silencer, quick draw, and stock. And if it's not quick draw, it's definitely grip. Now, grip to reduce recoil. Either way, quick draw, obviously to get your weapon up quick. Silencer, it's pretty obvious silencers are used a lot because people want to just stay off the radar. And the stock is basically so you can move from one man to another. And with a weapon like the Scar, which can sometimes feel a little bit heavy in your hands, using the stock is quite a good idea. In regards to perks, now, me personally, always use hardline on every single class, and I don't know why. I think it's just a habit. I like to get my kill streaks quite quick, but I always use it in conjunction with another perk. Let's say Ghost. Ghost is extremely effective on this game. Keeps you off the radar. Some people might be a little bit unhappy about my recommendation of Ghost, but at the end of the day, it's a really effective perk, keeps you off the radar, and you can move around the map really, really freely. As regards to second perk, always use toughness, especially with a gun like the Scar. It does have bounce. Even with grip, there's still noticeable bounce. Now, what toughness does, it reduces the bounce when you're getting shot at. And to be fair, you add bounce onto the Scar, you're basically going to be aiming up at the rooftops. It's going to be that bad. But toughness, if you want to use scavenger, then go ahead and use it, that's fine. But what my recommendations are to use a secondary such as the Cat 40 or the B23R. I know they're a bit newbie, I know they're a bit too powerful, but you want to use the best weapons available to you in the game, don't you? So the B23R or the Cat 40 are easily the best secondary weapons on the game. In regards to perk 3, dexterity, well, if you're using quick draw on a weapon, there's no point in using dexterity. Dexterity is probably best used in submachine gun conditions where you can rush around, you can climb up buildings and objects really quickly. So using attack mask is probably a better option, simply because this is a medium to long range weapon and it will benefit you more for them conditions. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this little walkthrough of the Scar H. Hopefully you can try out some of the recommendations that we've given you, and please, as I've said before, please leave what weapon you would like us to do next, and we'll go ahead, get that gold and bring you the feedback as soon as possible. For now, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace!
Target down! Star waiting orders. Hardpoint locked down. Friendly counter UAV inbound. Friendly UAV inbound. Cover me! Lightning strike force receiving inbound. Nice work. RTB for debrief.